Audience members with disabilities at Playwrights Horizons was as low as 1%, and we wanted to build that because Playwrights Horizons is about making sure that theater belongs to everyone. Playwrights Horizons is an off-Broadway theater company in New York City. We were founded in 1971, and for over 50 years we have, introduced contemporary works, emboldened the American playwright, and just been a real support. Our mission is to create new works, musicals, that really encapsulate the breadth of the American landscape and experience. The Access program is something that we initiated in July 2023, and it is a program where patrons can sign up for free and access discounted tickets to the accessible performance of their choice, as well as receive information on our offerings and our programming. We created it to be a service and an accommodation, but beyond that, we wanted it to really be an ethos embedded within the full theater-going experience and ensure that the right people receive the right access information at the right time. So in terms of our accessible programming, we offer a number of offerings and services throughout the season, and we ensure that each accessible program, there is at least one per performance. So we offer audio description and touch tours for patrons who are blind or have low vision. We offer ASL interpretation and closed captioning via GalaPro. We also offer relaxed performances. Recently, during Hold Me in the Water, we also offered open captions throughout every performance that were in real time and pushed by one of our access assistants as the performance was taking place, and prepared them with Ryan J. Haddad, so he had a lot of creative control over it, and it was a really beautiful experience that anybody could show up and have access at any time. We chose to bundle our Access Passport. From the start, we knew that disability is not a one-size-fits-all, and access certainly isn't either. But what we did find was that audience members had this feeling of being seen and being heard and communicated with from the beginning. And by bundling them all together, audience members experienced a shared community, even if somebody else who was an Access Passport member had a different disability to them. And it's also that one accessibility offering might not be enough. You might need access to tons. So this was just a way of streamlining everything and ensuring that everybody has access to the information and they know everything that is offered here. When we were initially making the Access Passport, we did not just reach out to existing patrons. We also invited new folks. But what we did find was that the existing patrons who had been coming, our audience members who do have disabilities and required services, felt more informed, felt more included, and found Playwrights Horizons to be a theater space where they felt welcome. And it is a theater space that they wanted to choose now that this new Access Passport was being instated. And then the new folks that we reached out to, who perhaps did not feel included before, or perhaps didn't even know about Playwrights, also found Playwrights to be a space where they felt comfortable and where they felt welcome and included. That was the main goal of our Access Passport. It wasn't just about our pre-existing subscribers as much as it was, but we had found that audience members with disabilities at Playwrights Horizons was as low as 1%, and we wanted to build that because Playwrights Horizons is about making sure that theater belongs to everyone. And that was the overarching response we received from subscribers and new patrons, was that Playwrights Horizons and the works we put up belong to them, and they belong here. We worked with a lot of community partners to advertise our new Access Passport program. We had a lot of prior subscribers and audience members who had been accessing services on a request-by-request basis. So we reached out to them, and this really streamlined how we learned information, and the response was really well received. We reached out to various access providers, and we even went to just organizations that cater to accessibility. We talk with the Museum Access Consortium and presented our Access Passport at membership meetings. We table at the Disability Pride Parade 2 years running now, so that's a great way to reach new audience members. And the response has been overwhelming about people either not knowing about Playwrights Horizons or not feeling like they could be included, and it's just opened a lot of doors to new folks to join our community as well as pre-existing community members. In terms of marketing the program, community partnerships have been really important, and we have reached out to disability-led organizations, advocacy groups, and services all across New York City. We advertise the Access Passport along with our other season memberships, and we've created a really easy sign-up online that we really worked on the messaging for, so that it's not medicalized, it's not overly formal, it is welcoming and inclusive. The Access Assistants are a trained team, and they are available at every performance post-open to assist patrons prior to the performance, during, or after. They assist with the distribution of assistive listening devices, closed captioning, braille and large print programs, ear defenders, and fidget tools. Now, the Access Assistants are not at preview performances, but they are made available if we have a note in the Access Passport membership. We are working to get Access Assistants at every performance, but currently they are only available at post-open performances and accessibility performances. But overall, the Access Assistants are meant to be a friendly and informed presence that is there to assist everyone and help patrons with access needs. We had over 200 people sign up for an Access Passport in our first season, and we have just seen an overall increase in attendance at accessible performances. Most of the response that we have seen from Access Passport members is that they are more informed, they feel more welcome, and they are more interested in choosing Playwrights Horizons as a theater space. The information is more accessible, and they love to hear when things are coming out, and it's just been evolving, and we get more and more signups every season and every show. So it's just been a truly incredible experience overall. When we were developing the Access Passport, one big challenge that we realized and encountered is sustainability. These services take real staff time and training, and often tech and vendor costs. But if I were to recommend anything I would recommend that you start with listening. Center the expertise of your audience members and your artists. And don't let perfection be the enemy of progress. If you have to start small, that's okay, but start. The Access Passport has also informed how we practice internally and is part of planning conversations at the start and ensures that accessibility is not an afterthought. The grant allowed us to research access needs, listen to audience members, invest in new technology, and really help form this new inclusive practice. And usually it's very difficult to find funding for accessibility needs. So we are incredibly grateful to NAMT and their Impact and Exploration Fund for really helping us to change the culture and overall making Playwrights a truly inclusive and welcoming space.